Have you ever just wished for a website that just works? You know, one that builds itself, finds its own audience, and drops money into your account while you're doing basically anything else? Well, today we're diving into a review of a tool called Affiliate Engine AI that promises to do exactly that. Let's see if it's the real deal.
So this is the big promise right from their own marketing. And it's a heck of a statement. We're talking no content creation, no technical headaches, no fighting for traffic. It's supposed to take care of all the hard parts of affiliate marketing. I mean, that's the dream, right? And there it is, the million-dollar question. Anytime a product comes along claiming to solve every single problem in a field as tough as this one, you gotta raise an eyebrow. A little healthy skepticism is definitely in order. So let's put this thing under the microscope.
Okay, first things first, let's talk about that autopilot promise. And we're not talking about vague goals here. Oh no, the marketing for this thing throws around some really specific, jaw-dropping numbers.
And here's the big one. The platform claims it can pull in over $500 a day on autopilot. Let that sink in for a second. For most people, that is absolutely life-changing money, and it's supposedly happening without you having to lift a finger.
So how do you make that kind of money? Well, you need traffic, lots of it. And they claim the system just generates over 28,000 free clicks every single day. If you've ever tried to get people to a website, you know that getting eyeballs on your page is the single biggest challenge. This claim suggests they've just completely solved it.
And they're not just promising results down the road. They're promising them basically now. The marketing says you can get your very first sale in less than 2 minutes. I mean, come on, that's a claim of almost instant success, which is something you just don't see.
Okay, so beyond all these dazzling numbers, what exactly is this thing? Let's peel back that marketing layer for a minute and see what the product actually is, according to this review.
All right, so it's a web-based tool, a SaaS app, which means you just log in through your browser, no downloads. It says it uses AI, but get this, it specifically claims to use ChatGPT 5, which isn't even a thing yet for the public. So that's interesting. The whole idea is that this super advanced AI builds entire affiliate sites for you in pretty much any niche you can imagine.
But now, look at this pricing. A one-time payment for under $15 for lifetime access? That's just wild. Most tools like this are going to run you close to $100 a month. Plus they're throwing in hosting and a commercial license. That's a ton of stuff packed into a really, really small price tag.
And this is how they sell it, boiled down to 3 simple steps. It's designed to look as easy as humanly possible. Step 1, you log in. Step 2, you pick a niche. And step 3, you just profit. That's it. It's a powerful message, for sure, especially for anyone who's intimidated by the tech side of building an online business.
All right, we've seen the hype, we've looked at the specs, now it's time for the reality check. How do those incredible claims actually stack up when an expert reviewer takes a closer look?
Let's start with the biggest promise of them all, generating thousands of visitors every single day with no SEO, no paid ads, none of the usual grind. This is really the heart and soul of the whole autopilot idea.
And the reviewer's take on this? It's pretty blunt. This is a clear warning. You know, when a reviewer calls something ambitious, that's often a polite way of saying highly unlikely. They're basically telling you to take these claims with a huge grain of salt.
Naturally, if you've got all that supposed traffic, the next claim is about the money. Consistent daily income, all happening automatically. The system is supposed to keep updating itself, so the cash just keeps flowing in while you do other things.
This slide really puts it all side by side, and you can see the disconnect. The marketing promises this guaranteed, proven, hands-off system. But the reviewer brings up 3 huge concerns. First, everything hangs on this AI, which nobody can really verify. Second, the product's own disclaimer says results aren't typical. And third, and this is a big one, you are completely dependent on the vendor. If they decide to shut down or change things, your entire business could just disappear overnight.
So with that reality check fresh in our minds, let's try to get a more balanced view. What did the reviewer actually like, and what were the biggest red flags?
And you can really see the conflict right here. On one side, the pros are all about making it easy to get in the door. It's super cheap, you don't need to be a tech wizard, and there's a money-back guarantee. It makes it really easy to just say, why not? But on the con side, the risks are pretty major. Those performance claims are just seen as wild, you have zero control because you're tied to the vendor, and there's almost no proof from other independent users.
So where does that leave us? Let's cut to the chase. What's the final verdict from the review, and who, if anyone, should actually think about grabbing a tool like this?
Now this is where it gets kind of surprising. After all those red flags, the reviewer gives it a 4 out of 5. And it seems like this rating is almost entirely because of that incredibly low price. So it's not a rating for a guaranteed result, it's more of a rating for a low-risk gamble on what the tech might be able to do.
And this really clarifies things. On one side, you've got the ideal user, a total beginner who just wants something simple that might generate some passive income. But on the flip side, you've got the person who should steer clear. Anyone who's skeptical of hype, wants to have control over their own business, and doesn't want to be locked into someone else's platform.
And here it is, the final takeaway. It's a compelling value proposition, which is code for it's super cheap, but it all comes down to a giant blinking question mark. Your success is basically a bet on unproven tech and the whims of the market.
So we kind of end up right back where we started. Affiliate Engine AI paints this amazing picture of effortless automated income, but the review makes it crystal clear that while the ticket to get in is cheap, the final destination is anything but guaranteed. The last question really is a personal one for you. Is that incredible promise worth taking on that very real risk?